Site fit out. Once you've secured the site, some upgrades and fit out may be required. Here, most franchisors will want to confirm your site presentation, including areas such as the grounds, signage, and fit out are up to standard. As part of your research, it is important that you understand required standards, such as franchisor and regulatory requirements, including licenses. You'll want to understand the cost of required improvements and the process for undertaking improvements, and any required contractors and specialists and payments to be made. Some franchisors make this process incredibly simple by providing what is known as a turnkey operation. In a turnkey operation, the site is typically ready to commence trading. Franchisors that do not provide a turnkey operation may still provide considerable assistance in this area, including preparing approved designs and project management. But the level and extent of site selection, lease negotiation and fit-out assistance does vary markedly from franchise to franchise. Startup equipment and supplies. Some franchise systems contain very clear guidelines and requirements relating to equipment and supplies. At one end of the spectrum, your franchisor may specify exactly what equipment and supplies are required and from whom they are to be purchased or leased. At the other end of the spectrum, there are some franchise systems that may provide considerable leeway on both aspects, and in between there are a lot of different possible variations. Startup equipment. It is common for required startup equipment to be identified in the franchise agreement and/or franchise manuals. As identified in an earlier section, the money side, you'll want to confirm all requirements in order to establish your total setup costs and establishment costs and investment prior to purchase. There are useful questions you can ask of the franchisor and franchisees in this respect, and you'll want to compare any findings with any cost estimates outlined within the disclosure document. Depending on the specific franchise, it is possible some or all startup equipment could be purchased or leased from either one or a combination of the following: the franchisor, an approved supplier or suppliers, and other suppliers of your choice. Some franchises may involve proprietary equipment that is only available from the franchisor. Startup and ongoing supplies. Many franchise systems will be very specific about what products you must stock and from whom they should be purchased. This is mostly so that customers know what to expect when they visit different franchises within the same chain, but also, by combining purchases, bargaining better deals from suppliers. As with startup equipment, the following may be suppliers: the franchisor, and sometimes the franchisor is the main supplier of product, approved suppliers, and sometimes the franchisor will specify a range of suppliers from whom the products can be purchased, and the franchisor may be one of the approved suppliers. And other suppliers, there may be instances where the franchisor is not concerned about where the product is sourced from. When completing your research for a particular franchise system, you'll find it helpful to ask existing franchisees about the quality and cost of startup and ongoing equipment and supplies.